Okay, we are live.
Okay. Good morning, guys. Saturday, 10 a.m. One thing I want to bring up first is that as we get closer to what may be going dark in TikTok. I'm not a social media guy, but the murmur around is that TikTok may go away. Besides this, because the only time you see me is on a Saturday at 10, besides our clips, we'll be alerting you guys that we'll go to different days if we start to lose TikTok. So we'll probably be here 8:30 in the morning, a few days a week like we do now. But we'll give you a heads up. But until now, we're still here on Saturdays at 10 a.m. And you want to know something? Look how these markets are moving. Isn't it good we get a 1 week look at these markets? People are starting to get beat up a little bit, chopped up a little bit. There's no direction. People look euphoric, then it comes down, and then it works its way up, and then you look at the end of the week and nothing moved. But what happened? People got stopped out, and people are right back where they started. This is what we've been avoiding. This is not a time to look to trade. This is a time to look for opportunities. This is one of our quietest weeks that just passed. We did very, very little amount of trades. And I think if we did a normal amount of trading, we would have lost money. So we always say there's two ways to perform. One is when you know how to make money and not to give it back. We're in that point now where you don't want to give it back. And we're still holding up. We'll get to the point here, we'll show you. We're still up 200% for the year. Okay, the bots. I just got a recent update. We've been saying Joseph is anywhere from 60 to 70%. I was wrong. He's 80%. 80%, guys. Okay, trading off an algorithm. How cool is that? So you got two ways to perform if you stay with RNTR. It's working. Okay, there's no scam here. We get that on TikTok a lot. The guys accuse us of scamming, and I sit there and I go, beautiful. This is the advertisement that I want. Tell me how I'm scamming it. I will answer any question you want. Okay, you know what happens? They disappear. Because there's no, tell me. You want to fact check me, tell me anything you want to do. If you've been following us, you know it's there. If you've been following us or you belong to the group, you know it's there, because that's what comes to our defense. We got people saying, I'm up 100%, I'm up 140%, I'm up 150%. Okay, we don't recommend, we just look over my shoulder. Okay, enough of that. Let's get back to what the markets are doing. Okay, the markets had an interesting week. They're setting up. You got out of the summer. You got the risk takers on. You get news out of the way. The market, it shows the market gets nervous or scared on down moves and then grinds its way higher. What we're waiting for, and the timing is too hard, is what happens when you don't get that grind back higher. It'll take people a week or, any 3 to 5 days, a week and a half to recognize that. And by then the market can easily go from here to here and look how much you've given back. So we'll show that in a few examples. First things up, let's go to metals, because there's something very different this week. Gold and silver. They're on everybody's radar screen now. That's all you hear now is about gold and silver. Okay. Gold has a story. Okay. Central banks are buying gold. They didn't just start. They've been doing this for 2 years, and we've been on this for 2 years. And we talked about gold. People say, okay, there's nothing going on. This is a lot. The fact that gold's consolidating for months up here is super bullish. Well, it's starting to go again. Another layer up. Okay. Now the fundamentals or the physical side of gold is going to start to kick in. I don't think people can recognize this. I've been doing this for 4 decades, actually 5 for metals. So I'm recognizing this. So that's what's going on. Silver, all of a sudden silver's back on everyone's radar screen. You know why silver is on everybody's radar screen? People know what silver is. It's got history. People don't know about other metals. You mentioned palladium, you mentioned platinum. Okay. You mentioned silver, everybody remembers silver. Okay. Silver's going also. And we've been on silver. If you go back to June, we made a special video in June saying right here, this is the sleeper of the summer. Then we had a follow-up here and said this thing could start to go, and it's starting to hit a nerve. Think about that. How cool is that? Go look. I don't know what day in June. We made a special video. Said this is the sleeper of the summer. Look, look, and look. What I want to say now is something you're probably not going to expect. What I see up here, and I've been trading silver 5 decades. I've been trading silver in the 80s, 90s, evens, 10s, and 20s. Okay? I'm willing to say there are very few people left that have that much experience in silver. Doesn't mean I know what I'm doing. It just means I have experience. I recognize things. This, in my opinion, if you ask me what the next big move in silver is going to be, meaning $2 or $3, which is it's a huge number. Now it's just an episode. I think it's going to be down, not up. And it's hard for those words to come out of my mouth. this, in my opinion, is a bearish setup for a trade. Okay, we are still super bullish. I still think silver is going to explode. Okay, with my numbers, I won't talk about them now because you'll probably delete me. You say there's something wrong with this guy. I think silver's got to be an event. But can you withstand a move down to here or down to here? I actually think it can happen. And it's going to spook everybody out. Silver is very different than any other commodity on this planet. Okay, I've been through every scenario. So for me to sit there and say, I think the next big move in silver, which I said is $2 or $3, maybe even $4, is down, in my opinion, it's what we say, it's a ballsy call, because I've been bullish. I've been bullish from silver, let me tell you, since before my hair started getting gray. Okay, because silver is something that is a phenomenon when it gets going. And this is a phenomenon, but there's traps, and this is one of them. So what are we going to do with this? We're going to wait for our opportunities. We've been waiting. We had gold and silver stocks on all summer, for all year. Cashed them out, waiting for a pullback. We haven't gotten the pullback. So if I'm kind of hoping I'm right here in silver, because then we're going to get our chance, because we are going to be super aggressive on putting back all these gold and silver stocks if they pull back. Okay, those talked about metals. Another thing that's been on my radar.
Question.
Yeah, let's go.
What about PAAS in the next 2 months?
2 months. I don't put time frames on anything. Okay, I'm waiting to buy PAAS if it pulls back. Okay, but if my silver scenario happens to be right, which I haven't said to sell silver in over a year, then it could catch everybody leaning the wrong way, and then they all can pull back. Okay, we're gonna be that's one of them going to be buying if they pull back. We want to be long those, but not here. We want to wait for a pullback.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, that's good.
Next thing I want to talk about, because it's been on our radar a while, natural gas. Okay, we've been on this. We still haven't gotten what we're looking for, which is weather. We haven't gotten this weather that we're waiting for. And meanwhile, natural gas has pulled away from this red zone. Talked about this. We made a few videos about this because down here is serious stuff. We also said natural gas here and natural gas here, $3, $3. Two very different scenarios. And here they're caught long. And here they got blown out. And here they're trying to get back in. We still haven't gotten weather. So if you say, well, natural gas was $3 a month ago, it's $3 now, there's no difference. Yes, a huge difference. That's the edge that we have recognizing these trades. So we think natural gas can go down, pull back, and work its way higher again. I'm watching some of the fundamentals turn in the futures market. It's, my experience is showing me these things. I couldn't explain it to you. You would need hours for me to explain it to you. Okay, because it depends on the schedule, depends on the months, depends on the curve. But right now, the fundamentals are turning. So the sensitive side is still the upside in natural gas. Okay, so talked about those. Oil market. We've been saying it for a while. We're going to continue to say it. Oil is in a range, and we think it's going to stay in a range. We don't get excited on the highs. We don't get scared on the lows. We wait for it to happen. What happens lately? It's been happening for all year. People get all excited when oil starts to go higher, and then they get caught. When it goes down, the story is, there's no oil demand, and then it gets to an area and it holds, and then we read the spreads. Well, we said it on the top. We said oil is range bound. So what do? We keep trading around our positions. So look at the price of oil this week. Is that range bound or what? Look how it got up there, got everyone excited again, not us, and now it's coming back down. So it's in the same range, and you're going to get an extended a little higher to get the market caught long. We think it'll extend a little lower to get the market caught the wrong way again, and it'll start to get themselves short, and then we'll look to get in. What do we do with this? What have we been doing? Traded our Exxon Mobil. We did it again. Okay, I'm not making this up, guys. Go check the videos. They're here. If you remember over here, we put out a giant video said, guys, we are aggressively buying Exxon Mobil along with 2 other oil equities, and we're going to scale out of them. It was right here. Wrong spot. Right here. This is the second time. Okay, and we scaled out. We made another video said, guys, we cashed in. And then it got all the way down to here. This is about 2 weeks ago. We bought Exxon Mobil 3 different times in this area. So people think this is quiet. This is not quiet. This is supportive. And what we do when we pounced up, we sold it again. We said it every time. We said we're going to buy it here, and we're going to sell it here, and we're going to do it again, and we did it again. And now look at it. It's free falling again. What are we going to be looking to do? I'm going to look to find the spots, and I'm going to do it again. Okay, but you got to watch because it's different traffic now. This was in the right lane doing this, and in my opinion, It's starting to get into the middle lane, and we may get into the left lane, and then you got to adjust. And we're going to adjust this time. If you belong to the group, you're going to know what we're doing. But look at this. Okay, I want to clean this up and just show you. This is ExxonMobil. Okay.
What's the ticker for this?
Yes, XOM. Probably the largest oil company you could trade on the planet. XOM, ExxonMobil. Beginning of the year, where is ExxonMobil? You got all this noise. Where is ExxonMobil? Exactly where it was at the beginning of the year. Same spot. $110. You want to know something? We probably traded this thing 5-6 times this year. Probably made $35, $40 trading around ExxonMobil. So if you bought it in January at 110, you did nothing, you invested. That's right where you started. If you bought it, started in January and traded it with us, which we're going to show you, make $35, $40 on a $110 stock, and it's right back where it started. This is what we continue to do because we think these are trading markets. The perfect example right here is ExxonMobil.
Well, we have a question from Randall.
Go ahead.
He said, RIG, haven't heard an update in a couple of weeks.
Well, we're at the same exact spot. We haven't changed it. It hasn't broken out yet. If anyone asks, we get it on TikTok all the time. We get this question asked every week. This is our largest oil position. This is one we don't trade. We have it on. There's no reason to trade this around here. It's at the same areas. So there's no reason to do anything. Okay, we get these breakouts, which look like they're going to go, and they fail. So that's why I don't get spooked. I actually think when it does break out, when it gets through this kind of area, there's moves. And then if you belong to the group, you're going to know where we're looking to trade this. But I have my entire full position on right here. There is nothing that's going to make me change my mind. I'm not going to look at it if it's down here. I'm not going to look at it if it's up here. When it gets through here or through here, I will make a decision. But I have my entire position, and I've had it on the whole time. I like RIG. That's why I have it on, but I won't trade it. I think this one could be an X as opposed to a percentage. This one we can make a multiple on.
We have a question about the weather. So there's possible weather heading to Florida. What's your thoughts?
No, doesn't mean anything. We need hurricane season in the Gulf. That's the weather we're talking about. Hurricane season is approaching. That's why we like natural gas, because every day that goes by, we're approaching hurricane season. Florida's not going to do anything for us. It's got to go on the other side of Florida. It's got to go into the Gulf. You got to just slow down or spook people out of production. And all you don't even need it to hit. You just need the murmur of it. And then you're going to see the market react because the market's sitting the wrong way. So weather is important in the Gulf area, not on the Florida side.
Another question. Did you sell your TMC or are you holding it?
No, we still have it. We didn't sell any TMC.
What do you think is next for this stock?
We think it's going higher. That's why we kept it. We think this is a great trading stock. Okay, if you remember, we had it all here. We had a large position. We sold the whole thing here. We didn't sell it up here. We were out by then. We were out by here. And then we waited and we aggressively bought it here. We have the entire position. No, actually, I still have a little more room. You know, I trade pieces. Only tell me what I'm doing. So I bought probably 3/4 of what I want to buy here. Okay, we had a bounce here. That's not what we're looking to trade. We actually think there's other spots. So if you belong to the group, you're going to know our targets. But we have the whole thing on. I'm looking to buy one more piece. This is a trading stock. I think it's here.
Next question. What are your thoughts on soybeans?
Soybeans, same thing. Okay, grains have 3 different stories. Soybeans has a story because there's no deal in China. They were our major customer. So that's why you see soybeans that got oversold and it bounced. Corn has a bad story because we've lost all the contracts to other countries that are buying corn that won't buy it from us. They'll buy it from other countries that bypassed us. So it made the market super bearish, super short, and it's overly short. So that thing is starting to become buoyant. Wheat doesn't have a story. It's moving with the grain side. Soybeans. This is soybeans. And I think we're doing okay on this because why? We put on a very large position right around here. Okay, we traded a piece here. We traded a piece here. And now we have, I think, we have 60% of our position left. Yes. Okay, so by navigating, now if we pull back some more around here, we're going to put that other 40% right back on. We think this is too cheap for beans. We think it's got itself caught here. It got exposed, and now it's pulling back. And what we love to see is a pullback and a turn, because if there's a pullback and a turn in the grain market, the whole sector turns, this thing has got room on the upside. We like beans, but we're navigating.
What's your contract that you're looking at?
And this is a different contract because most grains right now are trading December. These are November beans. SX. SX25 is the November bean contract.
We have another question on platinum.
Platinum. Well, you know what we think about platinum. Okay, you got an exposure this week, boy. Look at this move in platinum. Platinum broke out of this area and exploded. It was up $100 in 2 days. We bought platinum. Okay, we've been waiting, okay, because we caught all this. And then we waited and we bought platinum right around here. Finally, we got back in futures. Within 2 days, it was up here. We didn't sell anything, okay, because I think platinum's got a lot of room. Now it's pulling back here. I think it can still pull back a little more. But because our entry level doesn't put us in any discomfort. So if you bought platinum, like a lot of people, I think did, well, obviously they did. If you bought it up here saying, I don't want to miss the boat, and now you're down here, you're squirming a little uncomfortable. Because we entered well, if it goes down here, we're still looking to be aggressive traders, buying. Where if you're up here, like I might have to get out a little because all of a sudden I just lost this in a few days. And then we could sit there and put on the rest of our position. I like platinum a lot.
Okay, those are the questions that we have right now. Guys, if you have any more questions, I see we have 45 people here in the chat.
Okay.
Please put it in the comment section and we'll be happy to go over it.
Okay, let's go over where we stand, how we do this. This is what we do all day. We're on a chat all day. Give you my ideas, what's going on, okay, nonstop. When we trade, we let you know when we trade ahead of time, okay? You could see we're looking at this, and then we tell you what we're doing. So we do trade as a team, okay? I tell you the area of trading when I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. When I say we, I'm talking about myself. I said, I'm looking at this, I'm looking to add, we just happen to be talking about one of the platinum stocks, SBSW, okay? So you see what's here. We do this as a team and it works. Trade futures, a lot of futures. Okay, it's been successful this year, as you can see. You know, whatever these things mean, fire and muscles and hearts. So everybody's been doing okay on this. We have Q&A all day, questions all day, back and forth. We got general chat back and forth with the boys overall. Something brand new we started at the beginning of the year, the bots. Okay, Joseph, a young man who built an algorithm. Part of our team. Just had breakfast with him earlier this morning. Okay, it's up over 80% for the year. 80%, guys, 80. Okay, if you're a bot trader, I wasn't a bot trader, now I am, because now I watch, and I'm convinced. If you're making 80% of what you're doing, your bots don't change. If you're getting chopped up, if you're uncomfortable, if you think you could do a little better, you've got to be nuts not to do this. Okay, everything is here, everything is logged. You see what comes out, the alerts, where you're getting in, the price, what you're risking. When it's all said and done, 80%, guys, we're in September. Okay, there's no shot of ever losing that kind of money because the discipline or the trading parameters get ratcheted. So there's no way you could ever be down those kind of percentages. This is a friggin' home run. This bots. Okay, this is us. We have midday clips. Come out every day because the market is a trading market. It's not an investable market. So you know how we make our money? By recognizing reversals. Okay, the midday clip says what changed from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. Comes out between 11 and 12. We make adjustments, just as if you were in a football team going into halftime. We do that all day. Thursdays, we have Guy Adami, CNBC. Everybody knows Guy Adami. You walk through an airport, you see his face on TV. Having macro views on markets. He has been on fire for 2 years, calling the gold market, calling interest rate markets, calling stocks like Alibaba, Southwest Airlines, Exxon Mobil. It's incredible when you look at some of these calls he's made. He makes the calls, he gives us his macro views, Q&A the whole time he's there. And it's up to me to find the strategies. That's where we stand. This is what you get. If you want to join, okay. You know what we are for the year? 200% for the year. So I think we're probably around 201, 202. These are just closed trades. Obviously, we're very busy. 387 trades this year. We do not fool around, okay? Every trade is commodity-based, resource-based. You can see the names. You can see fertilizer companies, Palladium, Exxon Mobil, heating oil, platinum, natural gas, corn. They're all here, okay? Trades. Some of them last a couple of weeks. Some of them last a couple of months. We're not day traders. We're not swing traders. We're directional traders with stories. Otherwise, we sit there and the numbers are going to dictate. Singles and doubles. There's reds, there's greens. We make money, we lose money, okay? See the reds? That means we lost. See the greens? Okay, looks like it's even, right? Watch when we get to a certain area. The greens don't stop. This is back and forth, okay? Then green, 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 green. I'm not kidding around, guys. That's what it is, up to 200%. So if you think you can do this, you want to be an investor and make 10, 11, 12% a year in the markets, fine. Then when you have the down year, you're going to give it back. We are traders. We are not investors. Okay, you have to be a little more committed, but We've had people who said, listen, what I was trying to make for the next 10 years, I just made in 8 months. So if those are your goals and you want to maybe trade a little more aggressively, this is the place to be. Everything is here. We're balanced. We understand how to do things. I've got experience that you need in these markets right now. And you don't have to believe me. You join the group. Ask the group what they're up this year. They don't kid around.
So we got people asking, where's the site and how do they join the group?
This is us. RNTR Trading. What we're getting them now, I guess, because we're doing pretty well. A lot of copycats. People trying to turn the R into an N and N into an M. This is us. We don't ask you for money. We do not trade crypto, which people are saying. We do not. There's no mirror trades. You contact us to join. We get back to you. We set you up. We set you up. We'll give you the mail. We'll give you the instructions, and we invite you into the chat group that we just showed you. Okay? That's how you know it's us. Okay? And one thing for sure, we won't ask you for money. You want to join? This is what it costs. Okay? You got little plans if you want to join. You can quit right away. You don't like what you see. Everything you see here is here except the bots. The bots are a different subscription. But everything that we explain is all here for that price. I mean, you got to be kidding me not to do this. It's, you know, we've been told it's a scam. You know why we've been told it's a scam? They said, why are you giving it away for that price? You know what? I've been a teacher for the last 15 years. I retired from what I used to do. Okay, and I should do this for a living. Okay, I enjoy teaching and watching people do well. And now, as this develops, a lot of the people that are doing well, children of people I know all my life, my former students, housewives, electricians, friends that I've grown up with, and they're the ones making the recommendations. They go, you won't believe this, but it's true. It's here. It's not a flash in the pan. Made 100% last year. Made 70% the year before. A few years ago, we had back-to-back 135, 140% years. 1 year out of the last 7, we were down 19 when the whole market got beat up. So think about it. If you're down and you lose 20% and you're up 200%, I want those odds all day. That's what's here. Nothing's going to change. And I actually think the market's going to continue to be a trading market.
All right, guys. So be careful. There are scammers out there. When you join our Discord, there are scammers out there trying to copycat our usernames, our profiles. We will not message you. We will not friend you. We will not reach out to you to join. We do not tell you or promise you any of the returns that they're promising.
Right. Just looking over my shoulder.
This is, just looking over our shoulder, our trades. So be mindful. You contact us first. We will not reach out to you.
You should look into this, guys. It's just crazy. The markets, we think the markets are getting ready to go down. And we know how to make money being short. It's on our spreadsheet. We show you how to make money being long, how money can be made going short. There's 2 ways to perform. One is making money on the way up. One is not giving it back on the way down. If we go down, watch how many people are going to say, oh boy, I thought I was a good trader. I guess I'm not. Okay, I'm not making fun of anyone. I'm just being realistic because I've seen this for decades. So be prepared. We'll be back here next Saturday at 10 a.m. Like we said, if we start to get a heads up about TikTok changing, we will get alerts to you saying, guys, we'll be here Wednesday at 8:30. We'll be here Friday at 8:30. Okay, we'll give you an alert. Okay, but otherwise here, we've got the clips that go up all the time. Okay, you'll see our live clip. We make clips over the weekend, and they'll be on here on YouTube. All right? We'll see you next Saturday, guys. Please watch yourself.